Hey you guys, it's Rachel here with Contouring with Corsos. So I'm in my new filming area. Have you kind of pulled in close because I'm gonna basically be focusing on an eye look right now. Have a little mirror here to help me, and so hopefully this is better. No, I don't want you, Belladonna. Go, go. Just because I'm talking doesn't mean I'm talking to you. Go lay down. Sorry, that's one of my Corsos, Belladonna. For those that know her from our other channel, she's about a 8-month-old puppy. So the look that I'm going to be doing today is also a Pinterest look. It's from Monique Abel. That's her name. So it's something that I've done before and I really loved it. I got a lot of compliments on it, and so it's a fun look. There's one color that is very hard to find. I've gone through her Instagram before and I've looked for the actual color and I couldn't find it. From what I understood, it wasn't sold anymore. And it was like really expensive too for like one eyeshadow color. So it's kind of like a limey yellow. I don't know, it's kind of hard. It's actually a really pretty color. It's kind of a satiny color. So I'm gonna try to make that with what I have available to me, which honestly is just, you know, some random colors. All right, so get my coffee. All right, so the palettes that I'm gonna be using today are, one of them is this is Makeup Geek Shadows, and I'm gonna be using this color here for that yellow. And then I'm gonna be using, this is The Magic by Juvia's Place, and I'm gonna be using this color here for the blue. And then I'm gonna be using, I don't know if I'm gonna, I guess I should. So to really make this yellow pop, I'm gonna go into the James Charles Morphe palette, and I'm gonna use the yellow as the base for the yellow. And then for the browns, I needed like cool toned browns. So I'm going to be using this Morphe palette. I think it's the Coffee palette, which I actually like. I like cool tone browns. It does have, it's not all cool toned, but they're more like chocolatey shades. And then I'm also gonna use, as another kind of way to kind of simulate this yellow color, I'm gonna be using this MAC. This is something I picked up from a long time ago off Tati's channel, Tati Westbrook. She, anyway, this quad, she showed it on her channel and talked really highly of it, and I liked it, and I went and got it. And honestly, this is the only color I've really liked on it, but it's really the only one I've used. So we're gonna use the yellow one today to add the iridescence to the yellow that is in this look. And let me see if I can't, I don't know if you can see it, but this is the look. And so, yeah, I enjoy it. All right, so here we go. I've already done my brows off camera, and I'm actually gonna do my foundation and everything off camera as well, in the effort to save time, because I've looked at the analytics, and I wanna make sure that, that I'm not, you know, wasting y'all's time. Okay, so first I'm gonna go in with the transition shade. So I'm gonna do this one here off the Coffee palette. We're just gonna go in here. So I have really bad vision, like really bad vision. I have, for those of you that know, I have -8 actually, vision, and I wear contacts, but I also have astigmatism, but it's not so bad that I have to actually wear contacts for it. But it does it does actually like make it hard for me sometimes to see. So I got this really cool light that light slash mirror that I don't have to be like up on to do. So now we're gonna move over to this color here, which may be honestly unnecessary, but I want to kind of already be working over to a cooler tone. Yeah. Let's move that over a bit. Okay. So I have a story to tell y'all. So I joined a dating site because I broke up with my ex. I found out he was stealing from me, which was annoying to say the least. Going in now with this color here. And so, and I'm actually gonna go in with this brush. So anyway, so I joined a dating site, match.com. Wow. Like, y'all, it is a lonely world out there. That's all I can say. I may just end up being single my whole life because the types of guys that I am being approached by are like really not my type. Either that or they're just like, they're guys that are really not looking for anything serious. You know, they're just like trying to waste my time. One guy today actually was so annoying. So this guy like contacts me and I'm thinking, okay, you know, he seems normal. Like, I'm not super picky. I don't really like those like super hot guys. Not that I can really pull guys like that, but you know, I like to stay within my, you know, territory, whatever. Like, I'm not trying to go above my, I don't want to be with somebody that I'm like constantly worried about them leaving me because like, you know, I'm trying to go above my, you know, my status or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, there's people out there that are always like being really picky, and I'm not one of them. I mean, obviously dude needs to have a job, needs to have a car, needs to have his own place, like, you know, but I don't have like, you have to drive this car, like you have to look like this, like, you know. I do like a bit of height, but even that, I dated a guy that was literally like almost my height one time, and I'm 5'4". But anyway, so this guy didn't even read my bio, like, which is like so common. And I really struggled with that. Like, should I put what I do? And I thought, you know what? Like, honestly, why wouldn't I? Like, when you do what I do, it's like, how are you just gonna spring that on somebody? You know what I mean? Like, oh, by the way, I breed dogs and I have 10 dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I run a YouTube channel. Like, really? Come on now. You know, I train dogs, I do all this stuff, and I don't have any shame in what I do. But I know that here in America, it's like not the most glamorous thing. Like overseas, which is crazy. Like whenever I went to Europe and I went to that dog show, like the people that were over there were very, you know, astute and were studious. It's a new term for you. You know, you can't just be a breeder over there, you know what I mean? You have to actually, a lot of people, it's more like horse breeding over here. And so anyway, I'm gonna go in with this color here. And so, but over here in America, I don't think that people have the same viewpoint. I'm using the same brush. I think that a lot of people look down on it, like look down on breeders and like think that they're like, you know, lazy people and you know, like trashy people. I don't know, like it doesn't have the best stigma to it. And so anyway, this guy, he lives like 4 or 5 hours away from me, which I thought was kind of crazy that he was even contacting me to begin with. And then he's like, oh, I'm gonna be in town tomorrow night, which I'm thinking, okay, like you're contacting me, you live 4 hours away. You're contacting me because you're gonna be in town. You think I'm gonna show up and like, you know, mess around with you. And I know that in this day and age, like a lot of girls do that. And it's like, you know, it's like the new era of independence for women, but I personally don't get any happiness out of that. Like I don't get any gratification out of one night stands. And so anyway, so I'm already kind of like, okay. And I told him, I was like, honestly, like I'm going to be on puppy watch. I have a dog that is going to be going into labor, or most, you know, that I don't know if she's going to, but she might. And keep in mind, I have it on my profile what I do. I even have my company name. Like, you know, like I said, if I'm going to tell people what I do, I at least would like them to be able to see, you know, look me up and see that I'm not like like what they think I am, whatever that may be. You know what I mean? And so anyway, so he didn't look, obviously. And so whenever I said, he goes, oh, okay. And then like an LOL, as if it's funny. And then he said, I said, yeah, I said, I'm going to be live streaming it. And he was like, and then he did another LOL. And I was like, why is that funny? And he was like, well, because you're going to be live streaming it. And I was like, okay, it's pretty clear this dude didn't read my profile. And I was like, did you read my profile? And I was like, I run a YouTube channel for my dogs. That's why I'm live streaming it. And he was like, oh, what's your channel name? So I send him, well, first of all, he's like, what's your channel name? And then as I'm looking, because it used to be on the app, you could like click on it, you click on your channel and then it would click share and you could send it to people, but now you have to actually go onto a browser. It's like weird. And I'm gonna go in with this dark color here. And then he says, I'll just look on your bio. And it's like, yeah, well, maybe you should have done that, you know, maybe you should have done that earlier. And, but anyway, whatever, like I'm trying to be nice about it. And the first thing out of his mouth is not, wow, that's interesting, or pretty dogs, or actually he asked me, this is like another, like, it's like, okay, like, I don't even like you. He was like, I guess he had seen a picture of Preacher and he said, is that a boxer? No. Preacher doesn't even look like a boxer. And so anyway, and the first thing out of his mouth after he sees my channel, right, is, how many dogs do you have? Like, and the whole time he had been calling me dear, which is, I hate pet names unless I know you, you know what I mean? Like, unless we're really close, then, you know, you can, but he kept calling me dear. It's like, I'll show you a deer. I have a bunch of deer outside. I call them Cheryl. But it's just patronizing for me. You know what I mean? It's like, it's, you know, I'm sure that he's used to like talking to these girls and like, you know, I don't know if he has like a really good paying job or whatever, but because he lives way out in the middle of nowhere. And I had asked him about it. I was like, why do you live out there? And I was like, you know, have you lived there your whole life or whatever? And he's like, oh no, it's for work, dear. He's like, I wouldn't live out here for any other reason. And I don't know, I just was getting this like vibe from him. And it was just annoying. It's like he couldn't say anything to be like nice or like accommodating or like accepting or anything. It was just like, what can you do for me? I don't know, it was weird. And like, and then when he immediately jumped to, how many dogs do you have? It's like that's the only thing that you have to say. Like, how many dogs do I have? Which I knew immediately was like, his whole thing, I guarantee you, was like, well, you know, like, just wants to make assumptions. And I literally did not respond. I was like, whatever. Like, this dude clearly You know, it's like if I don't know, whatever. Like I said, I don't think that I'm going in with the second color, like the more reddish brown, this color, to kind of meld these two together. I just didn't get a good vibe from him. Like I didn't get a good feeling about it. And so anyway, so I just didn't even respond. It's like not even worth my time. You know, like if you can't be at least polite, you know what I mean, about a person, like, you know, what they do, like whatever, just don't even waste my time. Okay, so I think that's good. So now we're gonna go in for the blue, and I'm gonna take this brush. This is like a really good one for, that was actually really nice how it did that. It's really good for metallics. Anyway, it was just like really, just whatever, I don't know. I didn't like it. I was not appreciative of his attitude or whatever. So this actually would apply better with a finger. I know a lot of people do like Fix Plus, but I cannot stomach the cost of Fix Plus. I used to buy it, honestly I did. And then I was like, you know what, like why does this cost so much money? This is like ridiculous how much money it costs for what it is, you know? Okay, and then we're gonna go in. Actually, wait a minute. Would that work? Oh my gosh, I think that would work. I didn't even see that color. Let's see if this color right here, this Nubian color right there will actually work. It might. And I may not have to do all the other colors that I was gonna do. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna do this one. So I have this tiny itsy bitsy brush. We're gonna do that one. We're gonna get that inner corner, because actually I think that's perfect. It's not, I don't know. I can't tell if it's just the editing or if that really is a limey color. I really wish I had that actual color, because it's such a rare, like it's such a random color that I think the first time I did this look, I actually still had the, gosh, what was that thing called? The, what was that palette called? I'm gonna go in with this one. Subculture palette, and there was like a color like that in it. And I think I used that one, because that's not quite bright enough. Maybe it's getting that way. It really needs to be more of a, let's see if I can layer this other one on top. So I'm gonna go in with this one right there. Let's see if I can't really get some color payoff. It's a little bit better. Okay. I'm gonna go back in with this blue. Really kind of Yep. And then what I'm gonna do, just for fun, actually not for fun, because I need to, I'm gonna go back in and deepen up the browns with just the colors that I used. So first I'm gonna go in with this color, and I'm just going to really try to get, like, just deepen all that up. Here we go. But anyway, but it is like rough out there, y'all. Being single right now. Sometimes I feel hopeless. And then I watched this, I'm going in with the lighter shade that I had done earlier, this one here. I watched this video, these other YouTubers, and they were like, these guys were like, it was like a dating coach, like this, or no, this lady used to be a, she used to hook people up, like a matchmaker. That's what she was. She was a matchmaker. And she was like talking about women and our laundry list of things that we want to see, and how men are, and how women are basically too picky, yet we don't have like we shouldn't be picky because, or like the women that are being picky like shouldn't be picky, like they're like basically they're like a 6 expecting a 10. And like I get that, but she was saying basically that like men are like super visual, deepening this blue up, and that if a woman really wants to get a man, then what she really needs to do is go to the gym. And because that's what men want to see. You know, they want beautiful women. So I ended up going over this blue here with this blue, the light blue, for more color payoff. And I like that better. And then I'm actually gonna try, I don't know if it's gonna do anything, but I'm gonna go into this yellow quad. See if I can't, this yellow just doesn't really wanna pop the way that I want it to. It's a little bit better. Whatever, doesn't quite pop, but whatever. Okay, and then lastly, I'm gonna go back in with this and deepen up the end. I know that I've abandoned my other eye, but I like to do that. I like to really just get it. So we're gonna go back in with this dark shade here. Sometimes I like to just figure out the eye and then I can do the other one. Anyway, so she was like, you know, and she's like, you know, thin and whatever, and it's like, I don't know if y'all watched that BBC study, but there's plenty of girls, or people, not girls, people that try to lose weight, and it like their bodies actually like adapt to it. Like their bodies just don't want to lose weight. Try that. Went in with another blue. That one right there. I don't know, I'm just messing. And anyway, it just, so I'm gonna repeat what I did on the other side. I don't know, it just bothered me. And not to mention, like, the reality is, like, so basically, you know, like, I'm basically supposed to be okay with a guy that only wants to be with me because I'm skinny and pretty, you know what I mean? Like, which I'm not skinny. I don't think I'm like, you know, I'm definitely not like obese, like but I am thick. And I guess I'm thicker than like I'm not like Doja Cat, you know what I mean? I'm like, not like thick like that, or like, what's her name? The Stallion, I can't remember her name right now. You know, I don't have as defined of a waist as that, but I'm not a Lizzo either, you know, and not that that's a problem if you are, you know what I mean? But having said that, I don't know, girls, have you been in a relationship for a long time? Like, seriously, like men, I don't know. I think it's asking too much. And, I mean, I get it. Like you want to be with like a hot chick or whatever. But at what point does a woman's personality, you know, matter? Or not matter, for that matter. For that matter, matters, lots of matters over here. See, I'm like messing with this one now. I don't know, it just kind of like messed me up because I feel like I have a lot to offer. I feel like I'm a good person. I feel like I have a good personality. You know, I pay my own way. I'm not high maintenance. I'm not looking for a dude to take care of me. Although, I mean, I'm not the type to be like, you know, like I know that a lot of guys do want to take care of a woman. So I'm not the type to be like, don't open my door for me. Like, I'm not going to do any of that either. But I don't know. I'm rambling. I don't know how to exist in this new world of dating. So I'm gonna darken up the edge on this one. No, no, no. Quiet down. It is bedtime. Puppers need to be in bed. It's actually pretty late right now. I'm filming because that guy made me mad. He didn't make me mad, but I got annoyed. All right. Wonder who that is. Normally I can tell by their voice, but I don't know who that one is. Okay, so whatever. Do a little bit more of the reddy brown in the crease. Sometimes they get their feet like just lightly, like they'll like catch it in the, if they're not paying attention, they'll catch their foot in the like in the kennel or whatever, and then they realize it. All right, so now we're gonna do eyeliner. Here we go again, I did it. Okay, black eyeliner. All right, so I'm gonna bring my mirror in closer, and we're gonna try to do this in such a way that you guys can actually somewhat see what I'm doing. Batista was in there sleeping or dreaming earlier. He did his howl. I was like, ooh, that would have been interesting while I was filming. Yeah, I've been like staying up late, trying to keep an eye on Blondie, because she's supposed to be having puppies any day now. She's taking her time. Taking her sweet time. Baking them up. But I kind of knew that there was a possibility for it to be later, because it's based on ovulation, not necessarily the date that they were bred. And they stay when you, that the males, sorry, it stopped filming. See, that means that I've already taken too long. But anyway, the male's contribution lasts for up to 7 days, they say. So hopefully it's soon. All right. Okay, so I think that looks good. Need to deepen it up a little bit. Dang it. Ooh, kind of messed that one up a bit. I think it's okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna finish up off camera and then I'll show you guys the finished look now that the eyes are done, okay? Okay, you guys, so this is the finished look. I went ahead and I did the bottom and with the browns, added the yellow. That's the way it looked. Did my rest of my makeup and even my hair. So just wanted to show you guys. I hope you liked it. Like I said, the yellow could have been better, but whatever. I don't have that color, so fool around with what you've got. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk at you later. Bye.